Welcome to this painting tutorial on sea, light, and rocks. So the painting is already done. I actually went out there and painted over at Sunset Cliffs. I have the painting right here with me. First of all, this painting was done on 100% cotton paper, cold press by Kilimanjaro. Next, we have my Daniel Smith dot card that has 18 wonderful, unique colors. Go ahead and get out your notebook. Let's go over the colors that are chosen for this. First, we have Tiger's Eye, Hematite, Burnt Scarlet, Genuine. Next, we have a color that's not on the dot card, and that would be Goethite. Quinacridone Deep Gold, one of my favorites, a must-have. Cerulean Blue for sky and water. Okay, I have a lot of favorites. Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine. Next on the list is Lavender. Green Appetite Genuine. The brushes I'll be using is Escoda, the blue set, synthetic travel brushes. With this lovely set, you get this brush case that has this flange that flips over that holds your brushes at a tilt. These travel brushes contain a Perla number 10, which has a perfect point, a large size Ultimo number 16, excellent for water load, and a Prado number 6 for small details. Now you know your paper, your brushes, and your paint. We're going to dive into specific areas and do some swatching. Here we have Goethite, Hematite Burnt Scarlet Genuine, Quinacridone Deep Gold, transparent color. Now with some clean, clear water, I'm going to go ahead and use the Ultimo. Doing this swatching allows you to see how the color moves from dark to light. Using a spray bottle, we can saturate the color of the pigment into an even lighter color. Here we have our Goethite. You can see the difference and the beauty of these genuine paints. It's essential as a beginning watercolorist to play with your colors, swatching them out, putting them next together, choosing these wonderful colors for your next painting. Let's take a closer look. I'm going to tilt this just to the opposite. So I've been painting on tilt because we have gravity, we have evaporation that's working with us. And look at this beautiful textured paper of cold press. And I'm just playing with moving it back and forth. As you can see, the granulation of these fine colors. You've got to play. You've got to experiment and discover. So let's start putting some water to paint, playing with variation of pigment to water load. We'll grab some Goethite. Let's put the Goethite in here. This is playing. This is considering how to make rocks. Distribution of water. Now we're moving to wet into wet. Wet into wet is where an area is wet. See, I first started on dry paper, and now we're actually mixing new pigment and water into an area that is already wet. Keeping it simple with 3 colors, with distribution of water to pigment load, you have this. Are you ready for an aha moment? I'm going to go ahead and give you the freedom to paint directly from the tube. That is correct. I'm going to grab this nice, thick, juicy paint. And while this is still wet, we're going to add thicker paint, which is going to give you now more value. Now we're starting to see some depth. This paper in this area is really nice and wet. So I can add now some lovely, thick, juicy pigment. For some of you that are beginners, crossing over from oil paint or acrylic, you're already used to painting with thick, opaque colors. But this being a transparent medium, now we can build up our values with the thickness. So we've actually got more pigment now and less water to building up our rocks. Take note, I'm not grabbing another brush that holds lots of water. We're just going to thicker paint. Here we have our lovely Tiger's Eye Genuine. To keep this short and sweet, we're going to just do a small little paint out over here. And since I'm not using a thirsty brush, we'll go ahead and squirt with our spray bottle here to add more water. Swatch this out, as you can see. Adding this gorgeous Tiger's Eye for some nice midtones. Now you try creating some wonderful textures and light with rocks with these three minimal colors. As we can see here, we see the colors that were used in the painting and in the demonstration. Now you give it a go. You can pause this video and we'll do the second step to this with the lavender next. If you paused, good for you. Now we're going to go ahead and put a little dab here, and we'll put a second dab over here. Let me clear my space. Now let's swatch the lavender next to the quinacridone deep gold. The technique I did with the lavender is called tapping. So taking two brushes, we're tapping some pigment onto the surface. There is pretty much just pigment, very little water. Doing some little touches here and there. I'm just feeling for what works. This is called intuitive painting. You don't have to do this part, but if you'd like to put the blue around, you can see the softness. As we take a close look, you can see the lavender makes the yellow quinacridone deep gold really pop and just has singing quality of light. It's a very small part of my painting, but there is a little bit of grass in this painting. But this is about rocks, light, and sea. Take a close look at how the green apatite plays, granulating with the quinacridone deep gold. Adding these organic greens will make your rocks look beautiful. Moving into our water portion, we have cerulean blue and Sleeping Beauty turquoise genuine. Pause this video and swatch out only the cerulean blue. All right. Let's just take a little break, time out. So let's talk about one little tip that you can have as an artist, and that is organization. So right here I have my Daniel Smith paints, and here's some yellows moving into oranges and reds. Over here we've got blues moving into greens. It's very important to be organized. All right. Let's go back to what we were working on. Breaks over. With this second layer of blue with the Sleeping Beauty turquoise, I want you to stay loose And then I want you to spritz some water. Allow the process and discovery. And with time and mileage, with confidence, you'll get these beautiful waves with layers of blue. Let's make this wonderful effect of this quinacridone deep gold down in our water. For this demonstration, we'll grab some more quinacridone deep gold. With our thirsty brush, let's do some tapping, which is going to add some wonderful saturation of color. We'll add some more water into our brush and splatter just some water down. I'm allowing watercolor to paint itself here. Let the process happen. To intuitive painting, done loosely. The only thing done different with the sky versus the water is the angle of your stroke. The last tip for today is leave your whites. It'll take time, but I know you'll get there. Congratulations. Thank you for painting along with me if you did, doing mixes for rocks and ocean and light. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial. I hope you enjoy the process and I hope you have wonderful results. Thank you so much. If you found this content helpful, go ahead and smash the like button, hit subscribe, go ahead and check out some other videos that might lead you to other new discoveries with watercolor. Take care. See you. Bye.